The topic for today is Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba. Let's start off with when was she born? She was born in sometime in 1583 in Angola. Her father was the king of Ndongo, which was one half of Angola's divided nation. While growing up, Nzinga was very interested to her father's rule, and she became invested in the struggle the people of Ndongo faced with their enemies. Their enemies were the Congo. This all started when Portuguese missionaries identified Angola as prime target for slave trade. And yeah, of course, at first the king worked with the Portuguese to arrange slave trade, but there was one condition, which was that they had to spare his people. Unfortunately, the king died, and Portuguese felt that they didn't have to continue respecting the arrangement if he was dead. Why would they, right? Well, guess who was really upset after Portuguese finally took control over the kingdom? Yep, you're thinking about it, Nzinga. She was so unhappy that she did something quite surprising. Any guesses? Well, she went directly to the Portuguese governor's office, demanding her brother's safe return and to release Angola's people from slavery. Shortly after the brother was free, him and the nephew died. There's been different stories for the cause of their death, but for right now, we're going to stay with the possibility that Nzinga had both killed so she could stay with the throne. That's crazy. Who would do that to their own brother? Okay, so moving on. In 1624, she became queen of Ndongo. During this time, she hoped to defeat or convince Portuguese to enter a peace treaty. And she also resisted Portuguese invasion and slave raids for 30 years. We can say that she was very, very skilled. By 1630, she conquered the Matamba people and established the state of Matamba and declared herself their queen. So that's basically a little bit of the process that took her to being queen of Ndongo and Matamba. She is very known for being one of the greatest women rulers of Africa, and also for being an astute diplomat and visionary military leader. Now, what were some of her impacts? Well, she fought against the slave trade and European influence in the 17th century. She also defeated a Portuguese army in 1647. And she fought to free her people, in general Angola, until her death. She died at the age of 82 on December 17, 1663. This concludes to the Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba.